Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do something a little bit different, kind of like where my channel started. And then I moved into booktube, but I wanted to do a mommy moment. So I was thinking when I have something to talk about on Mondays, I can share mommy moments. So I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and then it actually came up in my Kenneth Opel Firewing book, which is kind of funny because it's like a kid's middle grade story. I've been thinking about it already, and then it came up in this about parenting. So the one thing I highlighted in here on page 7, the first two books are about Shade, and this is his son speaking. So when he was off by himself, Griffin hardly ever felt lonely, but now amongst the other newborns he did. And I always find it funny how we can feel lonely in a crowd of people and being surrounded by even our own peers. And it can be a very lonely and isolating feeling. When you're alone, you're just kind of like in your own world. You're doing what you want. Maybe not everything's great, but I don't know. It's just easier to be by yourself. And then when you're with other people, maybe you're just not connecting with them. Maybe you don't have the same interests or hobbies or whatever. And you can feel so alone. And that's definitely something I have struggled with over the past few years. And I think being a parent adds a layer of complexity to making friends as an adult, because even if you're meeting other parents, you're so busy in your kids' schedules, and even as like newborns, they have like their sleep schedule or their non-sleep schedule, and when they're sleeping you want to be sleeping or whatever. And then as they get older and they get into other things like maybe Girl Guides or Boy Scouts or swimming lessons or hockey or dance or whatever, sports, things like that, and plus school, and if they have a cold, that throws everything off. And it's just really hard to make friends with people and to maintain that friendship. And if you have a good friendship, you're going to understand that you can be separated from each other for a while and not lose your friendship. You have to have a lot of grace, especially as friends as an adult, because kids are not. You're busy, you have work, you have other responsibilities. And it's just, I don't know, I guess since I've moved here to Fort McMurray and have become a parent, I have felt increasingly lonelier and lonelier, and it's gotten to the point where I'd rather be by myself than with other people. Every once in a while I'm like, I wish I had a friend. I wish I could go out for girls' night. I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that. But it just doesn't. I'm just like, no, it's just easier to be by myself. And there have been different things, like I've tried hosting days where it's like a mommy and me group and they come over to my house, and then some days I'd have like absolutely nobody come over, or I'd have just like one person come over who I don't know. And then that's a little bit awkward too, because there's nobody else to bounce like conversation off of. And then other people, there was one girl here that was doing the same thing. Like Wednesday mornings, you'd bring your kids and the moms would talk and the kids would play, and that was great. But then she moved away, so she stopped doing that. And then somebody else picked it up a little while later, and now she's gone back to work full time, so now she's not doing it anymore. And now coronavirus, so people are not going over to other people's houses. So it's just been a very lonely few years. And even like being a part of a community like a church, I still don't feel like I'm connecting with anybody. It's like none of us share the same interests or hobbies or anything like that, especially making couple friends. It's been really difficult. And where we live, it's not just the guys working or the girls working Monday to Friday kind of thing. The guys work different schedules, and if the girls are working in like out at site, they also work different schedules. Like my husband works Wednesday to Tuesday, and then he has the following Wednesday to Tuesday off. And other people I know, my one friend, her husband works 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. Everyone's schedules are different. There's 10 and 4 shifts. There's guys that work 1 week day shift, 1 week night shift, and then a week off. Some people do like 3 days and then 3 nights and then 6 off. Like, it's all different. So it's hard just to find the physical time to hang out. And me and my husband have talked to different couples where it seems like we should be best friends. We have all these things in common. Not everything in common, but enough things in common that we should be good friends. And no. It's like there's no interest in hanging out. And it's just so, so difficult. And I find, like, when you go on a diet, this is going to sound kind of weird, but when you go on a diet, the first, like, you're cutting out sugar out of your diet. So all you want is sugar. Everything you can possibly think of that you want to eat has sugar in it. And it's just really hard, and your body's just craving sugar so, so, so much. But then you go 1 day without sugar, and then 2, and then 5, and then a week, 2 weeks, a month. And eventually your body adjusts to the diet that you are feeding it, and it doesn't crave sugar the same way it used to. Or if it does crave something sweet, it's something more natural, like an apple or a strawberry or a banana, not cookies and cakes and flavored syrup in your coffee. Your body eventually adjusts. So I feel like when we're younger and we're hanging out with our friends all the time, when that stops, you're like, oh no, I'm lonely. I need friends. And then the longer and longer you go without hanging out with your friends, the more you're like, I just want to be by myself all the time. And it's just, I'm not an introvert and I'm not an extrovert. I'm kind of somewhere in the middle, but I like having really good conversations with people, and I have nobody to talk to, and that sucks. Even that's part of the reason why I like doing YouTube. I try to, like, when I'm responding to other people, I try to have a conversation with them, and I'll comment, like, if it's a long video, like 45 minutes long, I'll comment, like, throughout the video and respond to things that they're talking about in the video and, like, having conversations with them. And then when I do my videos, like, no one comments. I get very few comments, and it's very difficult because I'm like, I want a conversation with people, even if it is online. And that line that I mentioned, that I read out about when Griffin is by himself, he doesn't feel lonely, but when he's with others, he does feel lonely. I wrote out, since moving to Fort McMurray and becoming a mother, I have often felt very isolated and lonely. I make an effort to hang out with others, but I don't feel like I really connect with anyone, and I have become much more of a loner over the years. Making friends as an adult with kids is super hard. So, yeah, that sucks. Anyways, 2 books that may or may not be a help to you is Life on Planet Mom, A Down-to-Earth Guide to Changing Your Relationships by Lisa T. Bergen. It's been a few years since I've read both of these books, so I definitely want to reread them again, but this one is a good one. And then Melanie Dale, Women Are Scary, The Totally Awkward Adventure of Finding Mom Friends, and I heard a podcast interview with her, and she was really funny, and that's why I bought her book, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, so these 2 books if you're a mom and you want to make mom or adult friends. So, yes. If you like to see more content of speaking about what it's like to be a mom, a parent, adult woman, I don't know, let me know. Comment down below. Let's have a conversation about being moms, being adults, making friends as an adult. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and all that fun stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye!